Boom shakalaka, the stage is set for a very large world economic collapse. What this means for Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and you. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we have a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including why everyone is calling for a world market collapse and why Bitcoin doesn't look that terribly poised when you consider all things. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us on Twitter at @CryptoLove. Push that like button. Now today, fear and greed at 50, dead neutral. Not fearful, not greedy, not very fearful, not very greedy, just plain neutral. Nobody really knows what's going on. The overall market up 1% today. Bitcoin at 23,367, Ethereum at 1633, BNB at 304, XRP 37 cents, Cardano 36 cents, Polygon $1.25, and Dogecoin 8 cents. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting between two key levels: the resistance at $25,000 that we saw back here in August, and also the support levels on the volume profile right around $23,000. And as you can see, the latest candle for Bitcoin is a bit of a green candle as we approach once again the 50-day moving average, which was pretty close to support back here in the middle of February. Could be happening once again. But investors right now showing signs of greed, and this is from a couple weeks ago, but the stock market showing extreme signs of greed. Only the sixth time it's happened in history. 5 out of 6 times mark significant market tops. This would bode not well. Not only that, but we see the delinquency rate set to rise. The stage has been set for defaults on loans. This is a net percentage of domestic banks tightening standards for commercial industrial loans to little and middle market firms. So we see in blue the percent of domestic banks tightening, and in orange the delinquency rate. We can see right now the delinquency rate starting to rise. This is not good, even though it was just at lowest levels. Now you have to consider there was a lot of free money put into the market back here in 2021, and accordingly delinquency rates fell. But we have something going on right now where personal savings has collapsed. Once the pent-up savings run out, the consumer will be in trouble. Maybe they aren't able to pay these debts anymore. And yet inflation expectations are the lowest level ever. Getting a bit confused? I know, I am too. This is kind of crazy stuff. After we just had the highest levels ever for expected inflation, now we go to the lowest levels ever. We have basically the market going mad right now with CPI numbers, things like that. And just as a couple weeks ago, everybody was talking about $40,000 to $70,000 Bitcoin. Right now, we have people once again shouting for $10,000 once again. Ekrag saying last week they started shouting again and started showing short trades. He can tell you something: they missed the bottom and they're trying to collectively drop the market. Are they trying to manipulate the market down lower? It's certainly possible. But let's zoom out just for a moment and see what's going on. You can see this chart from Velvet. Looks very similar, where we had the blow off top in yellow and then a couple rally peaks in pink, red, orange, and then the bottom formation in green before a little bit of an ascending wedge through the Ichimoku cloud before the summer rally back in 2019. Could we have things repeating themselves? As a matter of fact, on another scale, total market cap, could this be repeating itself, where we have the price being hammered down a few times, bottom formation in there, breaking out above previous all-time highs, and then a little retest before takeoff? We have pretty much the exact same formation, just on a larger scale, which might, maybe, I hope, that would be awesome. We might see a much larger run coming after all of this. Right now, Bitcoin has left the expanding triangle that has been in. Previously, when it left the expanding triangle, found support on there, took off. Well, we left it, finding support on there. Maybe it's takeoff time. The Chan Momentum Oscillator has indicated the bottom, as we saw back here in 2015 when it reached a similar bottom to where we are right now. That was right before the massive rally. Bitcoin could have started a new trend to a new all-time high. I think this chart is underrated. We can see here This shows global liquidity, not just the US, not just China, not just Japan or England or any one country, but it takes the combined M2 money supply of all these different countries together, puts it in one chart, and we can see when it's increasing and we can see when it's decreasing. Now, take the moments in gray when it's decreasing. Look at what Bitcoin did. Price went down, price went down, price went down. You guys know what happened the last couple of weeks? China and Japan printed a ton of money. Now this has to flow somewhere in the markets, and I'm guessing once they're done buying gold and real estate, they might consider buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, sending the price that much higher. Because right now, the realized price for Bitcoin, the average purchase price of Bitcoin, is about to flip back positive into an ascending trend. Historically, when it has been deep in negative and then gone positive, this has marked the beginning of pretty good rallies, and roughly about a year to a year and a half before halvings this happens, we would be on the same time frame for it happening once again. So again, you just have to kind of zoom out in territories like this where, some days it's fearful, some days it's hopeful, nobody really knows what's going on, it's completely neutral, not fearful, not greedy, not anything. Just zoom out, still in transition phase from bear to bull. The bull run only begins once the neckline is broken. Right now the neckline is around $30,000-ish, the lows from the summer of 2021. I think that was the summer of 2021. You can see historically when Bitcoin has broken this neckline, well, parabolic territory afterwards once it breaks the neckline. Right now, we're not far from the neckline, another $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 from that neckline, but once we break there, that could be up only territory. So that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Such a pleasure to spend the day with you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.